After 2 months being recalcitrant, France has announced that it will end its military presence in Niger and pull its ambassador out of the country as a result of the coup that removed the democratically elected president. The decision was welcomed by Niger's Junta, which said that it signals a new step towards the sovereignty of the country. In this video, we discuss this decision by France, what prompted the decision, and its implications for both Niger and France. Before we continue, please like, share and subscribe to this video to enable us continue to bring you more videos on developments in Africa and the needed steps to ensure developmental progress of the continent. France's move to pull out of Niger is a significant blow to France's policy in Africa, with its troops having had to pull out of neighboring Mali and Burkina Faso in recent years after coups there. However, tensions had mounted in recent weeks between France and Niger, a former French colony, and French diplomats were surviving on military rations as they holed up in the embassy. It is important to note that France has maintained paternalistic and unequal relations with Niger since its independence in 1960. Although the two countries have cooperated in security and defense to fight militant in the Sahel zone. This cooperation has not yielded the intended results, and some critics accuse France of being behind some of the militant insurgencies in order to ensure continual presence in the region. While the decision to withdraw troops and the ambassador may seem abrupt, it is a step towards respecting Niger's sovereignty and independence. It is also a sign of France's final realization of the need to respect the Vienna Convention of Diplomatic Relations. France's policy in Africa has been a subject of debate and criticism. France has a long history of colonialism in Africa, which has led to a complex relationship between France and its former colonies. The relationship is often referred to as Francafrique, a term coined to describe France's continued influence in Africa after decolonization. Despite its former colonies being independent, France has maintained a military presence in those countries since the 1960s, with thousands of troops stationed in the Sahel region apparently to fight Islamic extremist groups. However, France's military interventions have not only been criticized for their lack of effectiveness, but also for propping up corrupt and illegitimate regimes. France's policy in Africa has also been criticized for its apparent focus on security, counterterrorism, and exploitation of the former colonies' natural resources at the expense of development and democracy. Critics argue that France's support for authoritarian regimes has contributed to instability and conflict in the region. In recent years, France has faced increasing pressure to re-evaluate its policy in Africa due to its self-centered approach to the relationship with its former colonies. Former French colonies are some of the poorest in Africa despite having abundant natural and mineral resources which are exploited by France and French companies for a pittance. With the impending departure of France, Niger will now have the opportunity to chart its own course and shape the destiny of that resource-endowed nation for the benefit of her people. The ruling military junta should put in place competent people to manage the nation's economy and resources and embark on much-needed development projects. The ruling military junta has enjoyed massive support from the Nigerian people, and they dare not disappoint them. They should learn from the mistakes of past juntas, place the supreme interest of the nation above their personal interests, and work to improve the living conditions and standard of living of their fellow citizens. The rest of Africa and the world will be watching to see how best they are able to fulfill the aspirations of their fellow Nigerians. It is unclear how France's policy in Africa will change after this decision. However, it is important for France to realize that a new era is beginning and there is the need to carefully reflect on its relationship with the former colonies to ensure equal partnership based on mutual respect if France is to be relevant in Africa going forward. Thanks for watching and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel for more informative videos.